Hello everyone and welcome to my Let's Play of Imperator Rome in our attempt to form Persia. Now we're starting as Armenia here in the middle, and we want to form Persia, which is going to be a decision up here at the top. We got to get everything that is currently highlighted in green to do this, which is not going to be particularly easy because it's most of the this very large blue empire blob that is sitting right next to us. The first stage of this is going to be simply trying to survive, which I have attempted to do this myself in the past a few times. I haven't been particularly lucky. I normally get either crushed by the Seleucid Empire or Phrygia. Not sure quite how that's pronounced, and that's going to be very common for me in this game. So to get started, let's work our way through some of the things we need to do. Let's grab our ideas. We're going to want our national bonus, so we'll grab our military one. We can do morale of armies, which is extremely potent because army morale wins wars, but I like the reinforcement speed bonus and the recovery because we're going to lose a war eventually, and it's nice to be able to recover and come back attacking quicker. What was this one? This one's a civic idea we need. We can have build cost and build time, national commerce income for more money, national slave output. Now, commerce isn't going to be very good at this point. Slave output would do some, but I happen to know from my dabbling that we're going to be doing a quick sprint for money or territory and money and slaves as it happens, and then we're going to have to sit tight and just survive for a while, and for that we're going to want the build time. And finally, our religious idea, we can do civilization level, subject loyalty, which we're not going to have any subjects, so that's less helpful, and monthly ruler popularity gain. This will be very helpful for maintaining stability. So we're going to do that. Now we're going to move over to available decisions. Now, when you begin a game in Imperator Rome, there is an option for basically creating social equality. And I generally enable that because I like to run with both men and women being able to serve in office. It's, less historically accurate, but since it's our fictional version of Minier anyway, I like to enable it. Probably also makes the game slightly easier because you get access to more people who can fulfill the roles, but that doesn't bother me that much. This is going to be challenging enough as it is. Now for our omen, let's see what we have. Discipline is useful, research is useful. Conversion speed is going to be really great once we've done a little conquer, but not to begin with. We won't need the popularity gain at this point. Governor loyalty, it's useful, but it's such a small amount. We're going to start with, I think, morale of armies, just because I know we're going to be fighting in this first stage here. Lacking of a commander. Let's put someone, we have a couple of 9s here, that's nice. Health, ship damage, you'd be a good admiral, although we don't have a fleet at this point. So we'll grab you for now. Our ruler is unmarried, so let's find a suitable woman. We're 32 years old. Generally want to be about the same age because from what I've noticed, it seems that if you marry someone too young, they're going to make you pay for the right. And we don't want to spend the money yet. We will grab this lady. A Pem seems pretty good. She's loving, which is great. Lazy, which is less great, but I don't think this one will affect us, so we'll grab her. And we're going to gain some loyalty with the head of the family that we are marrying into. Excellent. So now we have some choices. We can create some trade routes, which is useful. It costs some money, but it brings in some income, and we have 4 slots going. Right now we have lots of horses, some precious metals, honey. So there's lots of options, and I don't know what exactly the best route is, but I'm going to go for the fort defense because eventually we're going to be playing very defensive. And to begin with, we're going to have a quick sprint of aggression, but after that, we're going to be kind of holding down and hoping for forgiveness. Let's grab this one. Get some stone and fort defense up. And then can we grab another stone? We can. And this, because it's a surplus, it gives us a bonus to everyone. Surplus in capital. Oh, it's build cost. Sorry, it's the provincial one that's fort defense. Actually, maybe we won't grab another one of those. Let's grab some fish. Better, more food, and improved ability to, well, basically population growth. Actually, I don't want to create trade routes yet because I don't know who I'm going to go to war with, and it would be very disappointing to create some trade routes and then go to war with them and lose them all. Not a great use of money. For inventions, lots of these we want. We're going to grab $106 because we're so big, which is very expensive. I'm tempted to grab starting experience because we're about to make a lot of troops. But supply limit is very useful for improving our ability to siege. We'll think about that too. Let's see. So we can't go to war for 1 month exactly. So we don't know who we're going to go to war with yet. Now, normally what you would do is you would come in and you would fabricate a claim. I don't even have the political influence because I've spent so much of it. But that's okay, because what we're going to want to do is go to the government here and we're going to summon a war council. And we're going to use that to get a free claim. You can do it once every, I think it's every 10 years. It says down there. But right before we do that, let's hold off and let's wait, unpause and wait, let's say 20 days. Because we want to see who everyone's going to ally up with. Actually, I suppose we can just zoom straight into the next month, but let's create an army. So let's do it. Let's get the starting experience and just hope for forgiveness on that. We are going to grab this army. We're going to get at least, sorry, wrong button. I want to recruit. I wanted a supply chain, but that's so much money. But we're going to be building debt anyway. So let's grab one supply train there. Just kind of ease up a little bit. And then let's build another smaller army just to help out. Because I think this is a heavy army. Yeah, so it's heavy infantry, heavy cavalry, very powerful units, very effective against a lot of units. Not so good at sieging because they take so much food to be able to stay. So let's make a little army. We'll make it over here. We'll grab 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry, 4 archers. Do we want horse archers or normal? We're just going to go with some normal cavalry, 3, and a supply train. That'll be a very nice army when it's done. And I'm going to guess that we're going to push up north. So I'm going to move the army over here. Any place where there's no attrition? I don't see any. Okay, fine. We'll sit tight. October and then now November 1st. So we're in November 1st. Let's see. People have their allegiances now. Let's go to our government, summon a war council. Who can we go to war with? Trapezois. So it's this little blue nation here. Who are they allied with? So this is a good one because it would just be at war with 2 people and we can push in easily. Ha! We are not going to go to war with this giant empire that will crush us. And where? Oh, straight north. Who are you allied with? Because you are allied with no one. Okay, I was strongly tempted to go for the coastline because the coast is useful, but if we can hit them while they have no allies, that is a fantastic start for us. So let's grab that. We'll make a lot of people angry with us, but It's just such a good starting ground for war. And let's grab some allies quickly, because we're going to do everything very fast now for this opening. Basically, I'm trying to get large enough that we can field a couple of strong armies, have a good income, and just hold out against the Seleucid Empire, which is going to come at us very hard. At least every time I've played up here, they do. So this will be a nice, who are they? They are allied to Phrygia. So we'll grab you. We'll grab... So again, I did a couple of runs of this on my own, and I've allied over here, and I basically got dragged into wars I didn't want to be a part of. Now we might start with an alliance with them and then dissolve it later, because it's very hard to win a defensive war that doesn't involve you. We'll get into the later the why, but basically if you know what the war goal is and the war goal is yours, you can focus on it to kind of force a peace deal. Where if it's, you know, one of your allies being attacked, you don't necessarily know what the war goal is, and it's hard to know what the key point to defend is. So yeah, let's grab an alliance with them. We'll almost certainly break it in the future, but we're not in that future yet. And can we grab... Okay, we can grab an alliance here as well. I like it. I like it. And then we're going to want to go to war. Now we're going to have to wait until December 2nd before we can call our allies in. But we can actually... I think we can go to war... We can win this war solo. So let's go to war now. What are we taking? What did we get? Hike. Okay, perfect. Easy, right at the front. Oop, I meant to go to war with them. We're going to go to war before our allies can help. And I don't know if I'll pull them in because they might want some of the land, and quite selfishly, I want the land. So we're not going to let them. So let's, well, we'll stay to speed 4. How do we want to approach it? There's no forts. Where's fortifications? I don't see any. So they only have the one fort. So let's see if we can track down their army. That will be nice. If we can track down their army, kind of stomp on it once or twice. Also be good when our second army gets built. There we go. So we're going to hunt that. Here's what's going to be our second army. I want them to kind of form up a little sooner than that, so we'll go there. I would like to catch them. I don't think I will. They're going to be way faster than me. We also have some requests here. They're allies, so we'll give them a trade route. Sure. We'll give them that, and we'll give them that. Now, that also reminds me, let's grab some of our trade routes now that we know who our enemies are. So I wanted some fish. Oh, I'm killing Albania, so that's... Oh no, Orbia is what I'm going for. So that's trading with myself. So you can trade with yourself, which is nice sometimes when you have the supplies you need to just move around in your own empire. But you don't make as much money generally. Okay, so let's grab some fish here. I think the surplus with fish is happiness, so let's grab another one. We'll grab from the same empire. And then finally, what can we get? We have the surplus with horses, so we already have the bonus. We could grab the metal. Oh, I like the grain. Can we get grain? So that's better manpower, which is just fantastic. So we got those created. Got a new army being formed. These guys are just... Oh, wow, okay. Not intentional, but perfect. Probably should have changed my tactics, but that's okay. Oh, shock actually was the best tactic for us. So you can see here it tells you which this tactic is best for which units. And for us, shock action is the best because it gives us a 64% bonus. It's not strictly that simple because depending on what their tactics are there's, -10 damage if we're fighting against bottleneck, but when you don't know what the enemy is, it's good just to set it to your best one. And it's going to be expensive, but we're going to push this army right up into their capital and try and siege it down quickly. I was going to say, I thought I built them a donkey or supply train. It hasn't built yet, which is why they don't have it, which is unfortunate, but we will survive. So we're just going to push in, siege up what we can. Did we merge this into one army? There we go. Let's find a commander. 9, not related to a great family. Probably best to do this guy, who's very good with military, young, and it's a great family. So we'll do that. He's not quite as good a general, but in the end, I think it's going to be best. We got some scandals going on. Basically, this guy is causing some trouble. We can hope he'll quiet down. We lose some legitimacy. We lose some popularity. Gain some corruption. Or he gains some corruption. And he gains money. Or we can force him to share. We get some money. We get some tyranny. He loses loyalty with us. He loses money. Oh, it looks like he gained popularity from it. He still gains his corruption. So we're going to do that. Tyranny will burn down quick enough. The loyalty hits shouldn't be too hard at this point. You don't want this to get high, but 4 is nothing, and we're going to need the money. We're going to need the money to field our war. Now, at the same time, I'm kind of going to plan for very rapid expansion. So I'm going to grab a claim here and hope for forgiveness on that. Oh, there we go, a supply chain moving up to support it. Their army is kind of rolling around. It's still shattered and retreating. One of our provinces has an abundant amount of food, so they gain more food. Oh, the province gains food. The specific place gains food. We shower the people with bread. We gain some tyranny, but popularity. The province doesn't like us. Or we just get some money, which again, we're going to take the money. It loses some loyalty, but we're at 100. 90 is not so bad. The money is going to be important. And they're sending their army back down, but they can't siege up any of my forts, so they shouldn't be able to do too much damage. So we're just going to leave it be at this point. Merge these together. It's not the fastest way to do it, but whatever, it will do the job. 7%. This is going very well. We're running low on food. They lose 3.9 a turn, so we have a few more months we can wait. I generally think of as turn as a month. We'll just keep sieging out everything down here, which this is our war goal, so getting this fully sieged out will really benefit everything. Child is born, so now I have a new kid, which is good, and actually reminds me I should kind of take a look at my succession, because right now, if we look at our laws, right now it goes to the eldest male child, and that might be good. Might be good that it goes to the eldest male child. However, we only have a daughter, so right now that's not great because it's going to change hands. But we're not going to worry about it yet. We're only 33 years old, so we're still pretty young. We don't know if the daughter's going to be good enough that we want her to rule, and we might get other kids later. But if necessary, we can change the laws so our daughter will inherit. And we probably will at some point. I just find it a little easier and nicer if the women can inherit as well, because it gives you more options and less chance of it falling out of your current family. It would be really nice if this siege would complete at this point, but it's going to probably take a few more months. So we'll just keep sieging up the land around it. Our money is going down, but not so badly, which is pretty interesting. They're going to attack, and it's unclear who will win. So their commander is decently better than mine, which is the main benefit. Now let's take a look at tactics. We're in shock, which is actually terrible for us because these are all light units. So we're going to switch to skirmishing, and that should help out a little bit. Oh, I didn't see this 9k army. They must have bought some mercenaries, I would guess. Well, I can't get troops there, so let's just hope for forgiveness. Beautiful. The siege is won. And it looks like we're going to win this battle anyway. Yeah, it looks like we're going to win. So I'm not going to worry about trying to get reinforcements there. What we want now is to grab as many as the capitals, which is the little icon here, as we can. Oh, really? They're going to reinforce until they win? Cheap. Just watching this battle, trying to hope we manage to pull it together, but I suspect we've lost at this point. Can I just... This is a lost battle. Can I just pull out and heal? I can, okay. So basically I told my troops to retreat. Lose a little bit less because we were going to lose that battle. And the rest doesn't matter to us. 7k over here as well. How are they getting all these troops? They really must be just purchasing mercenaries at this point. So our armies might have to stay together a bit. Oh, they're being attrition to winter. Lovely. Not really what we needed at this point. Citizens for Albania. We are informed that a group of citizens are preparing to move to one of our region. Oh, to our ally Albania. Is said to have a better understanding of the two cultures, etc., etc. So we can let them move, and they gain opinion. They're our citizens. We gain tyranny, and we can invest a bunch of money to basically make people want to stay and improve the place. Let's do that. Risky, but let's do it. Grab this, and then let's try and smash this army. Oh, great. Can we cancel? Let's cancel. Let's get our armies together. Because we're going to have to deal with the enemy armies if we want to have a chance to win. They're trying to force a fight, and they're just not quite committed to it. Can I get out in time? Yes, I can. We're just waiting. Okay, our armies together. They are 100% coming for me. Interesting. Do I have a better commander that I can put in my main army? No, 9 is the best I got. So they're always going to have the superior commander to me. Our morale is a little down because one of those armies was beat up. I don't like this fight. But we are going to manage to pull it out. That's very nice. Okay. Now we can turn around and go back on the offensive. See if we can grab... Might still be a little risky splitting up our armies, but I want to grab these capitals as soon as possible. Kind of allow us to complete the war here quicker. Watch these troops walk across the map ever so slowly. I guess I can pick up speed a little bit. I'm always scared to be on... Oh, there's our claim. I'm always scared to be on speed 5 because once in a while you're not paying attention, you lose something important, and things go backwards on you. What I find interesting, though, that their army is still very sizable. Oh. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, just got there in time. That was a lot more troops lost than I would have liked because I got into that fight sooner than I should have. So what I find interesting, I must be missing Yeah, I don't have the entire war goal. Oh, I see. So I need to grab up there. I need to grab down there. If we can finish up the war goal, I think we would be able to just claim everything in this fight. Yeah, we trust our commanders. Do we want better defensiveness? Or do we want better morale? We'll go for the morale. We're in pretty good fights these days. Trying to finish things up. So once we get the war goal, I think we'll get enough war score to... 53 is not... fantastic. But it looks like we can still claim everything. So we're going to have a tremendous amount of aggressive expansion, which is unfortunate, but let's do it. Let's grab everything and end this war. We are going to banish those of class and put the rest to the sword to lose aggressive expansion. We could gain popularity. We could gain some prisoners and lose popularity, or we could look at each individual family and see if we want to recruit any of them. But I want the aggressive expansion down quicker, so we're going to put them to the sword. And we've expanded Armenia greatly. I think what we might do, since these two are in an alliance together, we might do one more quick war with them, kind of expand as much as possible, utilizing our allies, and then we'll probably sit tight and just try and be defensive and burn down some of the aggressive expansion. But that's a good place to stop for now. So thank you everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.